I'm John Gnosis. Welcome to your daily tarot reading for the 6th of August 2021. Remember, if you enjoy this reading, please leave a like, subscribe and comment. So your first card is Strength. Second card is the Nine of Swords. Third card is the King of Swords. Your fourth card is the Queen of Pentacles. And your fifth card is the Six of Wands. So your first tarot card represents your current situation. The second tarot card, your consciousness. Third tarot card, your unconscious. Fourth tarot card, your near future. And the fifth tarot card, your conclusion. I think this reading is primarily concerned with self-image, and dare I say it, egotism. You begin your reading with Strength in your first position. Strength, of course, is the card of overcoming. It's a card of dominance. Strength, of course, could apply in a number of ways. It could be that there is somebody in our life who we are trying to overcome, who we are trying to master, for want of a better word. Or it could be that we have certain imperfections, certain drive, certain passions that we are trying to overcome, that we're wrestling with. Nine of Swords in your consciousness. So mentally, you're not in a particularly good place. It's a case of what terrible calamity is going to happen next. Is the sky going to open up? In your mind, you're going over all of these terrible scenarios that could or could not happen. King of Swords in your unconscious. When we have court cards in our reading, it's hard to know whether the court cards represent the person whom the reading is for, or they represent other figures in the person's life. But in this reading, you have the King of Swords in your unconscious. Now, either this represents a person in your life, or it represents some aspect of your personality. I'm guessing that, seeing as you have Strength from your first position, that in fact the King of Swords here does represent an aspect of your personality that you don't like. So who is the King of Swords? The King of Swords is a masculine energy, but it's also a controlling energy. We're talking about an archetype that only allows so much to get in. They're closed off. They've decided on a way of going about things, and nothing's going to change that. Nothing's going to stop them. Nine of Swords in your consciousness. So I definitely think that the King of Swords here does represent an aspect of yourself that you refuse to acknowledge. Queen of Pentacles in your near future. Queen of Pentacles represents an individual in your life who you perceive as being of very high status. This is somebody who you admire greatly. This is a person who has a degree of peace that you do not have, or that you admire in some way. You would rather be like the Queen of Pentacles than the King of Swords. You have the Six of Wands in your conclusion. Now, that's interesting because the Six of Wands, for me, is very much a card of folly. A lot of people think of the Six of Wands as being, like the Chariot, being a card of achievement, of victory. But for me, the Six of Wands is very much a card of wanting to be praised and looked at in a favourable way. I also often think about, maybe the prince who, he never loses at chess. In his mind, he's the greatest chess player in the whole kingdom. But the reality is his valet lets him win every single game. And yet the prince, is all puffed up with pride, how great I am. When in fact, he's just being humoured by those around him. And that's what I think of with the Six of Wands here. So it's a long, hard road for us to overcome our foibles, especially if they're baked in over a long period of time. But of course, it's good that we can have exemplars in our life, people that we look to say, I'd rather be more like that person or this person. Those people can inspire us to overcome our weaknesses, and not be deluded. In life, we do need people around us who can not necessarily tell us what we want to hear. So that's your daily tarot reading for the 6th of August 2021. I'm John Gnosis. Remember, if you enjoy this reading, please leave a like, subscribe and comment, and please join me for more daily tarot readings.